Microphone check. 1, 2.
Yeah, they can hear you, idiot. Welcome to the 4th episode of In Between Two Tires. Dustin was actually he's supposed to be the first episode, but he was too scared and made me do 3 other episodes before I got to him. But it's okay, because this is going to be a good one. All right. Dustin Isenhour, Isenhour Motorsports. Well, you've been racing for 2.5 decades?
2012 was the first race.
Jesus,
King of the Hammers.
You are so old. All right, first question. Why do you think you didn't win today? And then, let me tell you, people, this is after the race, and I already wrote these questions before we even showed up. So why didn't you win today?
Mechanical failure.
Put the mic up closer to your face. There you
Mechanical failure. Something, I don't know, just happened. I think the mud and sliding into the banks in the turns really hard shocked the steering and possibly shredded the belt then. Lost the steering belt today on the 3rd lap. We were making some ground up and we got it changed out and we're finished.
What, 5th?
5th overall, I think.
5th overall out of the EMC class. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Unfortunately, it was raining when we started, so I feel like the 48, 45, and 46 sort of got the short end of the stick today with the rain and mud. Everybody else sort of had a perfect track day.
Would you say it's because they don't love us very much?
I guess the weather gods is not in our favor today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I spoke to him. He said, you suck. So he's like, we're going to give you some rain. Next question. Why have you had 10 co-drivers over the years?
I'm very determined to finish in the top places, and it takes a lot to do this. I don't have a full-time race team, so I put all my time and energy and efforts and money into it, and I feel like that if we're not going to compete for first place, then why we're out here.
If you ain't first, you're last, eh?
Yep.
That's
if you're not
what they
first, you're
say,
last.
eh? I heard that once or twice. Next question. Am I the best co-driver you've ever had?
You're gaining experience after every race that we do. I think that we're both starting to mesh better together. The first race at King of the Hammers, that's a tough race to stick anybody in the seat. I've done it multiple times, and people think that King of the Hammers is, like a weekend rock crawling, and it takes so much out of you as a driver, as a co-driver, that I really think that people underestimate how challenging the race is. And then even coming out to one of the series races, just like today, we're dealing with rain and mud the entire time. You couldn't see out your visors. It's just it's super difficult. I think that, like I said, people underestimate how challenging it is.
It was a tough day. Speaking of Hammers, why on our finish at Hammers did you blame me because it was my first time driving? Because as to why we didn't place better.
As I say again, I think at the heat of the moment of this interview, you got so many emotions running through your mind, you don't really even know what you're saying. And I feel that you took it the wrong way, and I think that it was challenging.
Keep going. Sorry.
It was challenging for both of us because neither one of us had rode in the car together. The day of the race, or the week of the race, was the first time we'd ever rode together. I think that as you do more races, you do better things together. You're more seasoned. You learn how to communicate better. You understand what my expectation is inside the car, along with you, asking, for better communication from me. And then it's difficult for me sometimes. I get wrapped up into trying to drive the car and listening to somebody at the exact same time telling me to do one thing, and my mind's telling me to do something different. So I feel like that day was in the heat of the moment, and I feel like that if we had raced a series and King of the Hammers before, we would have finished better, because there was some things on my behalf that I did wrong, and I feel like still, I'll say it today, that we could do better on your side with winching and things of that, and communicating on the trail. And that's just all part of racing together, multiple races, and not doing it just for one.
Okay. Agree to disagree. But sure, bud, whatever you say. Do you think if you had a mustache, you would have won today?
I don't think so. I've had a mustache before. I think today it was just not in our favor, and we were, like I said, we were hitting the berms and the banks really hard, and it just shredded the belt. And unfortunately, it's just one of those things that happens in racing. And I was fortunate enough to be able to have you there, and we were able to change the belt out in less than 10 minutes in pouring rain and get back in, and we finished the race. I think that's a win, and I think it's a win in our team building, and that's what this is. It's, you don't put a NBA star on a team and expect everybody to mesh together instantly. It takes time, and that's why they practice every single day.
I like that answer. That was a good one. You're so professional. Well, this ain't a professional interview, so we're going to keep on going. Would you say you're a bit of a control freak?
I am, because I've had multiple instances where I allow people to work on the truck or install a part, and it is not done in the fashion that I would do it. And it's very difficult for me to trust somebody when you spend the time and the money to come out to these races and travel the distances that we do. And I think a lot of people don't look at it that way. They're there to help, and I appreciate that. But one loose bolt or one missed task, it can end the day. And I just have a hard time allowing everybody just to be working on the truck. Yep.
That's a solid answer if I've ever heard one. AKA, he is a control freak. So don't touch his car when it's in the pits. And make sure he's okay with everything that you do, down to the zip tie.
Yeah. I feel like that if somebody was in that position and they've raced as long as I have, they're going to have the same mindset. If you're not, and if you're just out there having just fun, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to finish and to be on the podium.
How many times have you been on the podium?
I have not been on one, and that's the thing that just drives me nuts. We did the Dirt Riot series for many of years and podium there, but I've never had a true, in my mind, Ultra 4 podium. We finished 5th in the national championship points one year, and we've always just been right there at 4th and 5th multiple times, and it's something that I'm still achieving. I don't race as much as I used to, but I still want to come out here and finally get a top 3.
Is it because you're old?
I don't think it's old. I've lost the drive to come out here because it takes so much time and it takes so much energy, and it
would you
takes
say
so much
that
money.
Instilling me in your program, you've got that drive back? I bring the fire to the game. Is that true or not?
I feel that you're bringing energy back to me to want to come out and have fun and attend the races, and push the truck. But there again, it still comes down to figuring out how we can put everything together, and that means between us and the car, prepping the car. I mean, just for instance, today you're racing in a side-by-side, and I'm prepping the car and come across the master cylinder leaking, and jump in there and we get it changed. That could have been, to where we only got one lap down because it was something missed and not checked.
So are you blaming me that your master cylinder was leaking?
I'm not
because
blaming
I was
anybody.
co-driving in another car.
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that those are the things that constantly happen when you're racing these trucks.
I feel like I'm taking daggers to the chest.
No.
Okay. You decide, people, and let me know if you think Dustin's a bit of an asshole and is shooting daggers at his co-driver.
There's been no daggers thrown this weekend. I'm daggerless. I'm daggerless.
I will say it's been a good one. I actually expected you to yell at me more in the car today, but you actually didn't. We actually had a pretty good time. Minus,
we had a couple of hell yes in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Some fun moments, power sliding in the corners and doing 360s and driving in reverse, and it was a day for sure. And I think that when you have a race like this that isn't perfect conditions, today I would say was probably the worst condition that you possibly be in. If you can get through a race like that and you're still on the same page and you're both trying your best and having some fun, that's what it's about. But like I said, it's still challenging for me to go out there because I'm thinking one thing and the co-driver's thinking something else, and I think that is one thing that comes with time.
You're talking a lot. So, next question, last question. Leave it all on the table. If you could tell Dave Cole one thing, I asked Austin the same question. I said, if you could tell Dave Cole one thing to change about Ultra 4, what would it be?
Man, that's a tough question.
That's why pay me the big bucks.
I think that if you were going to change one thing, it would be to be able to somehow promote the drivers better and to be able to put together a more consistent race series. Now, when we get into King of the Hammers, I feel like he has a lot of great people there that put a ton of effort in, and there's a lot of volunteers there, and that's why I love King of the Hammers. It's more of a nutrition race. It's long. You're there all week with friends and partners and sponsors, and you really get to enjoy the entire time, to where when you come to a series race, you almost feel like everything's hurry up and wait. I think that it could be a little bit better organized, and that would in return probably draw some more people and ask more of the racers, what do you want? What do you need to have this turn into a better organization? And I think a lot of people are scared to speak up, especially when you come to the drivers' meeting there and they're going over details, and I think that everybody's scared to speak up, and they don't want to be the black sheep, I guess you would say, of the drivers' meeting.
Are you scared he's going to tell you to cut your hair?
I mean, I have pretty short hair, so
okay,
I can't cut much more gray out of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You look pretty old. All right, well, that's all I got for you, Dustin. I appreciate you coming on In Between Two Tires. Last thing, who do you want to thank? Give all your shout outs, all your partners. Who gets you here? It's your time.
Well, I mean, if you really start thinking about it, I mean, if it wasn't for you being here and Seth and all these other guys, I mean, couldn't really even come up here to Sturgis to race. when we go to King of the Hammers, we got a good group of guys that come out and help us. But first and foremost, we got to thank those guys and you to go out there and put up the
With
time
your
off.
Bullshit. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
All the what?
Time off. Yeah. Go ahead.
All the people that come out and help. I mean, that's the first and foremost people that you have to thank, because if I didn't have those guys there, I literally couldn't do it.
Shout out Colorado boys.
Yep. People that actually make this thing happen. Obviously, Threat Will. We've been with them since they started, and it's been a great relationship. Milestar Tires, another great partner of ours. We've been racing on their tires for multiple years.
Oh, Slick Rick and Pablo.
Yep. Slick. Oh, Ricky and Pablo. Those guys have been very, very good partners. Obviously, Warren Industries, they took care of us this year, installing the new winch.
That new winch was badass.
Yep.
Saved
Yep.
the
I was
day.
super happy with that. Took a lot of work for us to swap that winch out, but another great partner, Willwood Brakes. Mike and those guys over there do a phenomenal job. Obviously, Pro Eagle Jack, Dometic, Yukon Gear and Axle, PRP, Baja Designs. There's a lot of people that still make this stuff happen, and we're hoping to add some more partners on coming up this year. We're planning on racing 2027 King of the Hammers, and hopefully we can put it on the box. I mean, that's the plan when we go out there. I don't want to go out there just to have fun and hang out with people, and it's there to win.
Podium or bust. You heard it here.
That's it.
We're coming, baby.
2027.
Podium or bust. Either we're going to be drinking beers on the side of the trail, or we're going to be sitting on the box drinking a beer.
Yep, exactly.
Hell yeah. Anything else you want to say, Dustin?
No, it's like I said, everybody thinks that I'm amped up all the time, and I feel like that it's just something that you gotta push, and you gotta have a lot of drive to do this stuff. If it was
amped
easy,
up code for asshole?
I don't think it's that. I think that I got to do a better job of communicating on what I need out of people, and I think that me asking somebody, I have a hard time with that. And I guess that's just one of the things that I'm challenged with. I don't communicate great all the time, and I get frustrated of what's going on at that particular situation, and I've got to do a better job of my part, being the driver, and understand that the passenger seat is difficult sometimes too. They're going through the same thing, trying to figure out how to read the Lowrance or the lead nav or whatever it may be, and then when they're out trying to winch from the best point to get us moving forward again.
That's the nicest thing you ever said to me. You know that? Feeling a little, as Brent Evans in episode 2 or 3, baloney tummy. Little butterflies in there. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So you guys stay in tune. We're going to be out at Hammers 2027.
The boys are coming.
Yep.
The boys are coming.
Yeah, we're going to get the squad back together. Everybody that came out last year.
And you're not going to go to bed at 9 o'clock every freaking night, are you?
Yeah, I'll try to stay up a little later.
Yeah, right. All right. Thanks, guys. In Between Two Tires, Dustin Isenhour Racing. Follow him on Instagram. It's Isenhour Racing. Whole 9 yards. I'm Dirtbag Dave. We'll catch you later.
See you on the flip side.